What's going on here? Mr. Banda, how's it going? Cool. All right, let's get ready to lift something. I got aches all over today. Oh, watch my toes. How are you doing tonight? Arcanus. 2 days ago, I was doing 315 squats, or 315-pound squats, doing 700-pound leg press, and doing 405 deadlift. I was doing sets of 6 deadlifts, and all in the same day. Once I finished my deadlifts, though, I had an ache in my arm that's still there. Good to hear. You doing all right? I've been doing 2 leg days a week. 2 point something, so 2 minimum. So, what did I do? Oh, yesterday was my first break day in a while. So, 2 days ago, I did squats, leg press, deadlifts, as well as some hamstrings, quads. Day before that, I did heavy back. So I was like rowing as heavy as I could go, doing pull downs as heavy as I could go. Day before that, I did an hour and a half of chest hypertrophy, and then I finished off with 275-pound bench for sets of 5. And then that's a lot more difficult to do after you fatigue the muscle. The day before that, I was doing legs, and I had 820 pounds on my shoulders in a machine squat. A lot of taking my muscles to failure. And now I just need a couple days to ease off my aches. I've been considered fully vaccinated July 11th, and I've been going to the gym regularly since. But not even that I've been going so regularly, because I've still been streaming, but I've been pushing myself harder. Yeah, I've been having somewhat spotty internet today. So if the stream suddenly stops, all I have to do is hit the button to reconnect my internet. But it'll probably split the stream into parts then. Yeah, I don't know if I have any, like you guys came in, Arcanus and Vanda, but it's still saying to me that I have 0 viewers. Yeah. Oh. Well, it hasn't been the Twitch, it's been my actual internet connection. For some, not even my internet connection, just my computer just will log out of the internet, and then I gotta hit the connect button again. Watching anime? What anime are you watching? I used to watch a lot of anime, but I never watched anything that was English dubbed. It was all from Japan, and often I would know the Japanese name before I know the English name. Yeah. In my free time, I've been playing Resident Evil. I did a Resident Evil 8 stream Sunday, I think, and then Monday I ended up beat I ended up beating the game another 2 times. Black Clover, I remember that one. Yeah. So I beat the game another 2 times, and I speed ran the game in under 2 hours, and all I have left to do is get a triple S rank on 2 of the 4 mercenary maps, and then do a knife only run, and then beat the game on the hardest difficulty. And I'll probably beat mercenary here and there over the next couple days in my free time, 50 minutes here, 15 minutes there. But I'll sit down and I'll stream hard mode for Resident Evil 8 from start to finish. But in my opinion, this is probably the easiest Resident Evil to beat 100%. If you're not including, say, like the first ones, where the first ones are actually, in my opinion, more difficult to beat 100% because you have to route the speed run, right? You just have to route, how do you dodge enemies? What enemies do you run away from? How do you deal with your inventory management? Whereas in Resident Evil 8, there's no inventory management. It's get infinite ammo for a Magnum and run through the entire game in 2 hours. Yeah, I got infinite ammo for all the best guns. I've unlocked all the challenges. So there's a lot of challenges, like kill 1,500 enemies. You have to like do a couple things throughout the game that I hadn't done the first time, and there's certain things you gotta backtrack. You gotta beat all the bosses within a certain time. You have to kill flying enemies with a landmine, just a whole bunch of random challenges. And you have to beat the game without spending any money. You have to beat the game without crafting anything. You have to craft 300 items total. You have to um, beat the game without healing. All right, next set. And I've done all that already. I just got to do a knife only run, but I wanna do my knife only run with the lightsaber, and to do that, I have to play mercenaries. I've only played 2 of the 4 mercenary maps so far, but I got the best rank on them, where you do like you kill every enemy on the map in one big long combo. Yeah, you can get with a New Game Plus. You can't actually do a knife run without New Game Plus for two reasons. The first is you get a much stronger knife after you beat the game, and the second is you're expected to take damage at the bosses, and there's not enough healing items in the game without a New Game Plus. Oh. Just got out of the shower. My hair is starting to go poofy on me. I have a haircut scheduled in a week, so I'm looking forward to that. Without healing wasn't hard. I did it on the casual difficulty. Liquid Stealth, how's it going? I'm doing good. I've been lifting really heavy. And the ache is starting to set into my body. Just a lot of push myself to failure, and to the point where now my body's telling me, okay, ease off a little bit, so I intend to. 2 days ago, I did a leg workout with 315-pound squats, 700-pound leg press, and I finished with 405-pound deadlifts for sets of 6. And after I was done, my entire left arm was aching, which was like out of nowhere. So I took yesterday off. Yeah, I've been doing 2 leg days minimum a week. So 2 days ago was legs, then it was back, and before that it was chest, and then it was legs. And I had 820 pounds on my back in a assisted squat, like a machine squat. And I love this machine because it takes all the pressure off your knees. It turns a squat into a leg press and a hip thrust. And it feels like you're one of those, it feels like you're an American footballer who they have the pads and they tell you just to hit them and then try to push them down the field. That's what it feels like. Like, it feels like you almost like rocket yourself into the machine. I love it. All right, thanks for coming by, Arcanus. How are you doing tonight, Liquid? Are you going to be streaming later? Yeah, last night I got home after work. It's probably like 8 o'clock at night. I ate, and I took a nap on the floor. Next thing I know, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Not sure what time it is, where I am, what's going on. Do I work today? Like, I did like a mental checklist. I just sat there as I'm waking up, like, all right, where am I? Okay, I'm on the floor. Okay, is it night or is it morning? Okay, it's morning. Okay, do I work today? I think I do, yeah. You're in bed already. Yeah, the days where people bring their phone into bed, and then that's like most time, like back in like the 90s, right? You go to bed, there's nothing there, and you just go to sleep. Whereas like now, you might as well just be in your living room because you're taking your living room with you with your phone. Yeah, I have a knack for sleeping on the floor. 2018, when I hurt in my disc, the only way I could sleep was when I laid on the floor. And you get used to it. One thing though is whatever is in contact with the floor hurts. Like your bones actually hurt. So if you're laying on your back, your shoulder blades, your hips, like hip bones, like the actual bones themselves on the floor will actually hurt a little bit. But for myself, like a second story carpeted floor is just the perfect surface to take a nap on. I remember last year, I had done a bunch of surveying with a bunch of GPS equipment, and I ended up taking it home because I got back in town and it was like 10 o'clock at night. I didn't feel like driving across the city to go to the office, so I took it home with me. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a text message that hadn't gone through a couple hours earlier, where my coworker needed that GPS the next morning at 5 in the morning. So I drove to the office with the GPS at like after 3, so I got there at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I clear my mouth. And then the guy, it turns out, actually got his dates wrong, so he needed it the day after. So I showed up in the morning for no reason, and I ended up sleeping on the concrete floor for a couple, like from like 4 in the morning to like 7 o'clock. And one thing with concrete on the ground is it never warms up. It will constantly suck the heat out of you, like heat transfer. You're warmer than the ground, and it will constantly leak. Like, okay, here my mouth. All right. I got too much hair. I'm going to be cutting it off August 5th. I got my hair appointment. Oh. All right. Let's get this fan on me, though. All right. Let's do some chair dips. I want to do more superset type training for the rest of the evening. I'm just going to go from one thing to another thing to another thing, and I'm just going to keep going. I don't want to stay up too late tonight. What is a good practice liquid? I sort of rambled on there a million miles a minute. I got hair in my face. Yeah, there's been times where I've like been on the computer and I just lay like okay, I'm tired, lay on the floor for an hour or two, take a nap, wake up. Because at my last place, the space right in front of my computer was where I worked out, and that was also where I stretched. So I stretched there every day. And there's some times where I had a wall, I could stick my feet up the wall, and I could just relax and settle into the posture. And every so often, I'd be stretching, and then I just take a little nap, wake up, do some move my body a little bit, like okay, and let's let me tell you, one of the most painful things is to fall asleep with your legs up the wall. Like if you have your legs at the wall for maybe like half an hour, it's something that you have to build up tolerance for. But if you fall asleep with your feet at the wall, they go dead asleep, you lose all the blood in them, and eventually you have to sort of just fall off the wall and you sit there for a couple minutes in agony. Yeah, I knew this one guy who would I did partner dancing, and we would take the lessons. The lessons would be like from 7 to 8 p.m. And then he would go sit in a corner and meditate while there's like blaring music in the dance hall while everyone else is dancing for the social dancing. So he'd meditate from like 8 to 9, or maybe like 8 to 8:30 or something, and then he'd start partner dancing. Steven Solers, how's it going? All right. I did say I was going to go from one thing to another. I'm going to bring out the fat grips now. I got a thicker grip. Most dumbbells are really easy to grab, but in doing so, you take all the stress out of basically everything that works in the forearm all the way to your bicep. You start grabbing something like this, you're feeling it all through your arm. You get a little bit better activation, a little bit less isolation on the bicep, but do a couple sets and you'll be stuck fighting to close your hands. Yeah, these are the fat grips were the very first toy I ever bought for myself. And I had someone steal a pair. But I have, the ones I had originally were the regular fat grips. And they're a little bit too easy for me now. So I just use the heavy duty thick ones. I'm gonna use some liquid. I'll show you my forearm gizmo that I built after this set. Built it out of a piece of galvanized pipe. You definitely can't lift as much when you're using fat grips. Oh. Right. Let's get this guy going here. Ta-da! Well, it does increase the grip. It hits this part of the forearm right here. But there are different, like there is a benefit for the grip for say holding a barbell and like doing deadlifts. It's a little bit different when you're grabbing out here as opposed to when you're doing just a regular farmer carry. Oh, I'm getting hot really fast. I call it, I'm getting workout brain. Oh, it's hot in here. I'm actually feeling I'm feeling my brain slow down in real time. All right, so at the old gym I used to go to, they had one of these things built on the wall, and you can load the weight and you can just twist and go. But then they renovated the gym, and they got like 15 squat racks, but they got rid of this thing, so I built it myself. And I know a bunch of hockey players who would get a broken hockey stick and do the same thing. If you keep your arms or your hands out from your body, it really limits how much weight you can do. As opposed to if you have extra waist, you can load up probably like 3 times as much. But you get some shoulder involved in there as well. Oh. I said I was going to go from one exercise to another, but as soon as I started doing that, it just got too hot in here too quick. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, now, while chat stopped moving, I'm just constantly looking at how I use the wrong word. I'm like, gonna kick at myself. What? Oh, all right. I should put some ice cubes or something in my water. Even my water is not that cold anymore. All right, next step. These are 35-pound dumbbells. I'm gonna feel a lot heavier. Oh. I got a good song going here. I want to move my body. I'm too hot. All right, so what I want to do for the rest of the workout here, I'll do another 2 sets with the fat grips and these. I got this stupid thing open. There you go. Bully 7, how's it going? I've just overheated myself. I'm in an enclosed room. And as soon as I started to push the pace, oh, I'm a heat box and the temperature keeps rising. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, liquid is Zoe Streamer. Uh-oh. There goes my camera. He's a very good-natured guy. Also a father and a very good one from the sounds of it. Okay, camera, come on. You can't do this to me. I'll make faces at you too. Oh. All right, let's try that. Yeah. For myself, I had a like my dad was a really good dad, and I can't see myself doing half as good of a job as he ever did. My whole MO with kids, like kids love me because I just grab them and throw them in the air, right? And once I get too old to do that, I'm not gonna know what to do with them anymore. I remember I used to do swing dancing every Saturday night. Every Saturday night was my swing dancing night. And I might party hop, so I might start a swing dancing and then I might go to several places, ending up at a house party or a club or something. But Saturday evening was gym, then swing dance. And there was one year where this Filipino woman was celebrating her 18th birthday at like at the swing dancing dance event, and she brought her whole family. And I'm talking like there was probably like 20 kids running around all around the dance floor, and I was throwing them, taking them one at a time, just picking them up and doing like spinning them and throwing them and okay, I gotta pause this song because this song I did a routine to it once and it's distracting me. But there was this one girl who was like very shy, and she was watching me throw all the other kids around, and then eventually she just came up to me and just did this, like hands in the air, and like, oh, that's cute, and so up you go. But then it devolved into I became like the monster who was trying to chase all these kids, but I was still leading swing dance at the same time. So I was dancing with a follow, and then in between, like when I took my hands off my follow, I like try to chase the kid, and I was like doing the animal walk. So I was basically all fours scurrying after them, and it was a lot of fun. I guess I'm like a big kid myself. You were told by your daughter yesterday, and mom is much nicer than you are, huh? Yeah. Okay, so that was like, was that an in the moment? You can't do that, and you're gonna be grounded. And he's like, why can't you be like mommy? Mommy would let me do it. All right, let's turn the music back on. All right, I was supposed to be working out today, wasn't I? Next set. This song is I'm listening to Up Down. Several years ago, I did a routine to this song. I did a routine to a remix of this song. It was like I don't know how long it was. It was the longest routine I ever did. My partner was this drop dead gorgeous redhead. I got my second wind. I let myself cool down. Got the fan on me for a while, and I could think again. For like a good 15 minutes there, I felt like I lost my ability to think. Ugh. 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 And then it went from that song straight to blues. feel like doing some dips today. Or maybe I'll just throw in some push-ups. I wish I brought a hat. I should get a headband. Oh. All right. Have a good sleep. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. Normally, we'll end up streaming at the same time. I've always done my workouts in the evening. If I want to do, I save stretching and cardio for the morning. Have a good night. What emote is that, Banda? Is that from Portal? Is that a Portal emote? Oh, Apex. Yeah. A little bit hard to tell from my screen, but I don't know Apex very well. There is a streamer that I started to watch because she played a lot of Pokemon, and it was very nostalgic for me watching her play like Pokemon Blue, and now she's basically just plays a whole bunch of Apex, and I don't really have much interest in watching Apex. I have too much hair again. I remember January when I first started streaming, and I just had too much hair, much more than I had now. But I got the fan blowing on me, so it's getting my bangs all over the place, and right in my eyes too. Thank you, Rebar9. How's it going? I'm starting to lift heavier weights again. I'm actually used to carrying more muscle on my frame. It's only been 2021 that I've been this size. I typically train like 20 to 30 pounds heavier, but I've been finding it hard to keep the mass, like to keep a lot of muscle mass on without ready access to a gym and all those and heavy weights. I've had to change how I train, and because I've been changing how I've been training, I've also been changing how I've been eating. I'm eating a lot of volume of food, but low calorie, high volume. I like eating until I'm full, and like egg whites, soy milk, vegetables. You can just chow down, eat as many meals of that stuff you want in a day, and you'll never put on much fat. Well, you could if you ate enough calories, but it's just so difficult. But I remember several years ago, I had done for 3 years. I was on a 5 to 6,000 a day calorie diet, and that's really hard to do in primarily meat, vegetables, and rice. I throw in some peanut butter and some honey, but like potatoes, rice, lots of meat, lots of vegetables, and it was hard. That was a different type of hard and a different type of suffering than I've been around 5% body fat before. Right now, I'm somewhere between 9 and 11% body fat. I can get down to 7% body fat and still function and still feel good. And I can still feel like a juggernaut ready to run through walls. Once I get down to 7% or lower, that's when my body goes into starvation mode and life just becomes about suffering. So I weigh 190 pounds right now. October 2020, I was 220 pounds. And then I went down to 180, and then I jumped back up to 190, and I've been more or less staying around this weight, trying to lean out a bit while I'm building on some more muscle. So I'm not really in a calorie deficit right now. I'm trying to eat for maintenance and maybe a little bit more for muscle. All right. I do one more set of chair dips, and I'm gonna switch it up. I might do skull crushers next. I hit my biceps well and good. Got some forearm in today. That's all muscle here. What's funny is my biceps actually look smaller because my forearms are relatively large. So my forearms aesthetically take away from my biceps. But I don't mind having the Popeye look. If you're wearing a t-shirt, right, like people will see the chest pop out, but they'll also see the forearms pop out. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of my shirts and even my pants aren't fitting me as well as they used to. But I got several sizes of clothing because my body weight has jumped. So up until when I was 24, I was 140 to 145 pounds. And then I started working out. I very quickly jumped up to 180. And then around 180, I bought all new clothes. So 140, 145 pounds, I have a whole set of clothing. And then at 180, I have sets like I got like full dress suits. And then at around 210, I got some clothing. And then around when I was 240, my suits didn't fit, but I had shirts that would like the shirts would be tight, but I get it. They would still fit. And I would always rip my shirts in the armpit trying to take them off, like because I had such a wide back. Yeah, yeah. For myself, forearms are one of those things that I wanted, so I put the effort and got the volume in order to grow them. So I put a lot of time into building up my forearms, and even right now, they're actually smaller than they have been, but I still feel strong. It actually took me a while to get used to this current weight because I hadn't I hadn't weighed less than 200 pounds in like 7 years, aside from several instances where I caught Lyme disease, which is an autoimmune disease, and then I dropped 60 pounds. But as soon as I got diagnosed, I got treated, I got cured, I put the weight right back on, and oh, here, yeah, I was 240 with, and you can still see my abs. I was 225 pounds, and you can see an 8-pack. So like I used to train abs like 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes before bed every night. I would lift my weights. I'd go home. I'd stretch, have a protein shake, relax a bit, and then I would do 15, 20 minutes of abs and go for like a really deep burn. And once I got the burn, just I'd finish up my ab workout, jump in the shower, go to bed, and that was my routine. And now I can't stand ab exercise anymore. So it's like when you eat food every like the same type of food every day, you get sick of it. And like for myself, right now, I have 6 abs that you can see. I have another 2 that are under here, buried in fat. But to see these 2 abs, I've got to put in a lot more work, a lot more volume, just to be able to see them. Whereas, like my abs are actually pretty thick, except for Echelon. How's it going? I'm going to show Rebar here my before picture. I have it preloaded. Is this it right here? Yeah. So this is me at the age 24. And the girl in yellow is my Japanese girlfriend. I dated her for 8 years. And let's make this image go away. Yeah, I dyed my hair blonde, but my favorite color was actually yellow, where you essentially bleach your hair until it's like till you bleach the crap out of it, and then like the most yellow you can ever imagine, like looking at the sun, that kind of yellow, and that's the color that I get in my hair. From when I was 14 till like my 20s, I never once had my own hair color. I basically forgot what my hair color looked like. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have very many pictures from like one of my biggest regrets is I never understood the values of pictures until until I was well into partner dancing. And now there's just a few pictures that I have, and they are treasured items now. Like even when I'm a kid, like I the way I grew up, I had some hangups in myself where I would see a camera and I would go hide. And like I regret it now, but that's just how I was. Um, so I put in all this work, and at 28, 28 was when I was at my peak fitness, 225 pounds with an 8 pack. I showed up to my 10th year high school reunion, like in the best shape of my life, and I don't have a single picture to show for it. Thank you. I'm just honestly happy to still have hair. Most of the guys in my family started going bald around 18. My uncle, who is only a couple of years older than I was, or older than I am, he my dad stuck gum in his hair when he was like 17, and my grandma saw the gum and just chopped off all his hair, like buzzed it all off. His hair never grew back. So like 17 years old, and my uncle was bald for the rest of his life. And that was just like I would be mad. Like I don't even know. Like that would be something else. And if I ever do lose my hair, it's going to be it's going to be hard to like my own self identity is going to suffer. But in the end, I'll get over it. But it looks like I drew the lucky stick. No, I don't have. I never owned I never owned a smartphone. I had a flip phone until I was 30. So I am 33 right now. I never owned a smartphone until I was 33. I never took selfies. I never, like, the only pictures you'll see of me are group photos, right? And when I was actually, like, when I was at my most fit, I had a couple group photos, but I'm at the back, like behind people, like peering over, being like, hi, how's it going? And my plan is, I'm going to stay at this weight for a while, and in a, within the next year, I want to do an aggressive cut. I want to get down to 5% body fat, and then take a bunch of pictures. I'll learn how to pose. I'll hire a professional photographer, and then when I'm like 60 years old, and I have like the little grandkids or whatever in the family, or 70 years old, I want to be able to show them like, hey, look at what I did when I was a younger man. Now, yeah, but it's funny because for such a long time, I wasn't thinking about the future of I wasn't thinking I want to go back and see these pictures. I was enjoying life. I was I started partner dancing. I started lifting weights. I got myself ranked seventh in my province for badminton, and I was just constantly going out and doing things. And my entire thought process was, let's just have fun. I go completely hard to the gym, work hard, play hard, um, and I never took a second thought for pictures. But when I was at my fit, when I was at my most fit, I was doing my best to become a back with legs. And I had really nice leg development. I worked really hard on really getting my legs to look the way I wanted them to. Like I'm talking, you can see every little cut in my legs, and they just like popped out. 2018, when I herniated my disc and tore my glute, I lost that, and I've got strength again. Like my legs feel strong. I'm squatting 315 for 4 reps. Like able to do heavy leg presses, but they're not shaped the way I want them to. And part of that is because I haven't been putting in the volume in my legs. I haven't really been focusing on uh, size over performance. Guys, I'm starting to get hot again. The hotter I get, the slower my thinking gets. So I'm going to do one more set of dips, and I'm going to get out my skull crushers, and that's what I'm going to finish with today. Yeah, like my trophy muscles, legs, back, forearms, and triceps. Whoa, tripping. All right, so I want to get some skull crushers out. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, earlier on the stream, I was talking about how my approach to kids is just to pick them up, spin them in the air, toss them, right? But actually, picking people up is one of my favorite things to do. There's a lot of aerials in partner dancing, except when I first started, I had the impression that like aerials where you just pick people up, as opposed to what it actually is 99% technique, where the like you're actually picking somebody up. They are like launching themselves and working with your frame, and there's not actually that much strength involved. There's some lifts that are more muscle dependent than others, but for the most part, it's oh, all right. What's going on is where I've been working out, I haven't had the fan on me, and this music's too slow for me. All right. I'll start with 75 pounds, and I'll move up from there. I could be a nice headbanger right now. I got the hair for it. All right. So, I think the setup I'm going to use is all right. I don't have the fan on me. That was a mistake. Okay, I definitely need the fan on me or I'm going to die here. Oh my god. There. I have to sit right here if I want the fans on me. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's better. Oh. Mm. All right, let's add some weight to this thing. I'm just going to go straight up to go from 75 to 125 pounds. It's going to be difficult, but I think I can do it. Ouch! Pinched myself. Oh. All right. All right, next set. Where's my weights? It feels loose. Let's move it around here. All right. Oh. Oh. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm hot. I've been pampered and I've been working out at the gym. Cool air conditioning. I'll send you guys to somebody who's got tons of positive energy. Thank you for everybody who stuck around with me tonight. I welcome you all to join me on my journey as I improve myself. I think my camera thinks it's done too. I'll do no back poses. All right. Bye, everybody.